to order at 8:30. We are meeting in person in the Nauset Room in Town Hall in a hybrid format with remote participation and are live streamed on Channel 1072. And I will take attendance. Tim?
I'm here.
Jenny?
Here.
Dick is absent today. Judith?
Here?
Jerry is absent today. Drusy here. Ken?
Here.
David?
Here.
And David, you'll be voting today. And we are joined by John Janelle, our conservation agent, and Christina Smith, our conservation office manager, and Meph Runyon, our liaison to the select board. Our first order of business this morning. Continuations, Ezra and Maureen Hausman, 17 Pilgrim Lake Terrace East by J.C. Ellis Design Company, map 62, parcel 39. The proposed construction of an interior landing with steps and a screened porch, installation of new 2-compartment septic tank, and construction of 2 new parking areas within the 100-foot buffer zone to the top of a coastal bank. And John, they have requested a continuance.
They have requested a continuance to the March 17th hearing, and you can accommodate that today with a vote.
Okay, can I get a motion?
I move to approve the continuation for 17 Pilgrim Lake Terrace East to Tuesday, March 17th, 2026.
Second.
All those in favor, Tim?
Aye.
Jenny?
Aye.
Judith?
Aye.
Lucy? Aye. Ken?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
Okay, our next order of business, Certificate of Compliance, Betsy Bentley, 66 Tides End Lane, DEP number 54-2021. The construction of a berm to help prevent flooding. Work occurred within the 100-foot buffer zone to a salt marsh, within land subject to coastal storm flowage, and within the Pleasant Bay ACEC.
And it was a project that dates back to 2009, so predates my time in the Conservation Office, but it was constructed and was built shortly after it was permitted by Jeff Norjo. It was an earth and vegetated berm that I think is largely still there today, but you would never notice it otherwise. The request comes in to facilitate a conveyance, and I think you can find this in compliance today with a vote. No special.
Drusy, I have to recuse myself from this because I permitted the project.
Okay. Any questions about it? Okay, can I get a motion?
I move to approve the certificate of compliance for Betsy Bentley at 66 Tides End Lane, DEP number 54-2021.
Second?
All those in favor, Tim?
Aye.
Jenny?
Aye.
Judith?
Aye.
Drusy? Aye. Ken?
Aye.
Okay. Is there any public comment in the room or online?
No hands raised.
Okay, chairman's business. David went to the conference this past weekend and can give us a quick update.
It was my first conference. I attended a seminar regarding meadow management, which I found interesting. The biggest takeaway from that is being patient, that I learned. I did talk to John about it earlier. They've gotten a little bit away from late fall mowing. They're depending on the grasses and things that you're mowing. Sometimes it's actually preferable to mow in the spring if you want to keep down certain things and then allow the natives to grow up. Then I attended a seminar on wetland restoration, particularly pertaining to old bogs via salt marsh migration, which I thought was pretty interesting. It really boils down to the bogs that are closer to the tide range than inland bogs, opening up ditches and restoring ditches and things like that to allow the flow to occur. And the woman that did that presentation was very, very good. She's actually coming down here and is going to be meeting with people regarding the Namaquoit bog restoration. But she was
with DMF?
No, Mass Audubon.
Mass Audubon, okay, thank you. Excuse me.
And she's going to be coming down to meet with a couple of people on that site. And then I took my final certification course, so I'm all done.
Excellent.
Good job. That's well.
Certified.
I think the select board get officially noticed by MACC if you're officially complete.
Yeah, they'll.
They do?
They'll send the little certificate.
So David, do you know if any of those sessions were taped, if they're going to be available on their website?
I suspect they are. I think they referred to, certainly if not, if they weren't taped, the
PowerPoints usually.
PowerPoints will be available for people to look at.
Okay, because those are two I would have attended if I had been
Yeah.
free and
Same
available.
here.
If I could have gotten to the conference this weekend, I couldn't.
Yeah, we're working on the Namaquoit, OCT is working on the Namaquoit
Yeah.
bug, so it'll be,
I think you're gonna
Interesting
get
project.
looped in on that pretty shortly.
Yeah.
Is what I hear.
Because DMF does have a really strong, good division, office, whatever, a few people that are specific to wetland restoration. I mean, usually DMF, it's the shellfish fisheries, that group, but they do have a smaller group that does a lot of restoration work.
But as they pointed out, it doesn't take long for an old bog to become wooded
yeah.
if you just stop using it.
Right?
Cedars love
But
it.
no, it was.
And with
it
some
was
saltwater inundation, it doesn't take long for it to start converting to salt marsh.
I believe I was the person that drove the farthest to go to the conference.
Yeah, no, good.
That's
for
something.
you.
There-
Yeah.
I didn't recognize a single person there from any other commissions or commissioners or, it was good.
I had my cousin who was going to go there, and he was taking probably, he might have been in the same course. His name was Alex Para, but he's a former commissioner of Carlisle.
Oh.
And
Weather has wreaked havoc on it over the years.
We've had, speaking of which, thank you to all the people who work for the town for handling this last week as well as they did. It was, we all were in a world of hurt, and they did a great job. So to the select board and DPW and all the
Water department.
the townsfolk.
My final course was in writing effective orders of conditions.
Nice.
And I had no takeaways that I could bring back to tell John or Christina. We are way ahead of the curve on that.
They will tell you that we have the best administrator, conservation administrator, and the best administrative
Well,
assistant.
you know, I
In the
was,
state.
I was wondering because,
Can I get their name?
No, it's, everywhere I go, you got your, yeah, you got.
you know,
your-
it's interesting because they award Conservation Administrator of the Year. There's an award that's given out every year that perhaps we should look into in the future.
Good idea.
We should win.
20 years from now. Our future. Next topic, please.
Anything else, guys? Okay, order to adjourn. Can I get a motion?
I motion that the commission adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I